She heads to the free throw line. It hits every part of the rim and goes down.
You're living well when it goes in that way.
On the court, I'm very competitive. I'm super competitive when it comes between the lines. I work really hard, but when off the court, we can have a good time.
Picture this. You're a rising WNBA star with the world at your feet. Do you hit the gym or hit the recording studio? Angel Reese just made her choice, and fans are not having it. Let's break down why her new podcast has got everyone from diehard supporters to casual viewers talking, and not in a good way. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. With all of the controversy surrounding Angel's new endeavor, some are wondering if she has forgotten what really important. What's agitating them so much? It's important to consider the podcast's significance as well as its content. A torrent of vitriol is being directed towards Angel Reese's new podcast, Unapologetically Angel, by WNBA fans. But why do they seem so enraged? The reason is straightforward. They believe she is failing to make the crucial play on the court.
Keep being who you are, keep waking up every day, keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down.
Good to eat. Good to eat by JC.
A little head fake, Reese, flick of the wrist. Air ball again, no.
There is a strong backlash. Supporters are raising more than just eyebrows. They're raising hell. They fear that Angel is prioritizing her personal brand over her basketball prowess. She seems to be playing the game of celebrity in an attempt to gain points, but her real game is lacking. Without holding back, one admirer likened Angel's abrasive style to that of a janitor at a YMCA. Hurt. You don't want to be recognized for offensive plays like that. Fans of the rising celebrity aren't afraid to tell her that they anticipated more from her. Wait, things get worse. Even the title of the podcast has become fodder for jokes. Fans are being inventive and coming up with substitute names that are more potent than a defensive blow. Brick by Brick is one brutal recommendation circulating. It's a vicious jab at Angel's shooting performance, suggesting that instead of leaving a legacy of brilliance, she's erecting a wall of missed shots. These jokes tell us a lot about what fans anticipate from their favorite basketball players. So they're not just for laughs. On the court, they desire concentration, commitment, and success. If you do anything less, they'll call you out more quickly than if you broke the shot clock. This is when the intriguing part comes in. This goes beyond Angel alone. It's starting a larger discussion about the priorities of athletes. Where does one draw the boundary between developing their identity and perfecting their trade in the era of social media and personal branding? Angel's admirers contend that he belongs in the gym rather than the recording studio. They're concerned that she's concentrating more on follows and likes than free throws and layups. It's a difficult balancing act.
4 seeds and hosting the first 2 games of the tournament. Oh, Reese with a pretty spin move.
Death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
And supporters believe Angel is currently losing ground. Though not new, this discussion is taking on a new meaning in women's basketball. The UNBA is seeking for increased respect and recognition. Some supporters believe that players like Angel ought to be driving that movement with their abilities rather than their side projects. But let's face it, is it reasonable to assume that athletes are one-dimensional? Developing a personal brand can be just as crucial in the modern world as honing your jump shot. The secret is to locate that ideal state in which the two enhance rather than contradict each other. Angel's predicament should serve as a warning to other young athletes. It's a lesson in time management, setting priorities, and handling public opinion. If you make a mistake, you can wind up the target of a fan roast. With the recent release of Angel Reese's Unapologetically Angel podcast, WNBA fans aren't holding back. But are they seeing the whole picture, or is their severe judgment justified? Let's examine why this might be a turning point in Reese's career. Both on and off the court, Angel Reese is putting the entire might into developing his personal brand. The problem is, though, that some fans are questioning whether or not she is paying attention. Angel has been having a great time in Paris, while Caitlin Clark has been working hard over the Olympic break. What a striking contrast that has everyone captivated. Perhaps you're asking yourself, can a girl have it all? That is, after all, the million-dollar issue in professional sports. There are ardent supporters who just want to witness blood, sweat, and tears on the court. Conversely, marketing experts assert that personal branding is the way of the future. What then becomes of Angel after that? Honestly, managing a podcast with a professional basketball career is akin to attempting to dribble while holding both hands behind your back. It's difficult, and her admirers aren't giving her much grace. They fear that practice time may be being lost due to all of this off-court activity. Additionally, every minute matters in a league like the WNBA.
And Reese breaking up that pass. Kennedy Carter feeds Angel Reese. Can't finish. Reese kept it together and found her way to 2 more points.
Hold on though, what if Angel is engaged in a different kind of game here? One that lasts past the last buzzer. Athletes are brands in the social media driven world of today, and brands are hugely profitable. Angel may be placing bets that her podcast will help prepare her for life beyond hoops. She might be smiling all the way to the bank if her bold move pays off. But this is where things become complicated. Basketball is more than just a job. It's a passion, an art, and an ongoing quest for greatness. What about the supporters? They are ardent enthusiasts who live and breathe the game. They are more than just consumers. It hurts them deeply when they witness a player who appears to put himself ahead of the team's success. What then is Angel's strategy? Is it possible for her to fulfill her desire for athletics and her spirit of entrepreneurship at the same time? It's difficult, but not impossible. Similar to attempting to make a 3-point shot while wearing a blindfold. Young athletes should pay attention to Angel's path and make notes. These days, it's about controlling your time, image, and future. It's not just about basketball. The game has completely changed, and the regulations are still being developed. Don't forget, though, that increased visibility also means increased scrutiny. Right now, Angel's every action is being closely watched. If she makes a mistake on the court, her off-court activities will be swiftly attributed by her detractors. Her sports career might suffer after one contentious podcast episode. Angel is all in this high-stakes game of personal branding poker. Angel finds herself in a difficult situation, but may this roasting be just what she needs.
We had already been through some adversity throughout the year, missed games, different lineups, so many different things has happened to our team, and we were just built for this moment. And we trusted God, and we played together, and we're some dogs. 5, 4, yeah, we sit on that. We sit 3. Good job, good D.
The road to salvation may be nearer than you believe, and may lead through some surprising companions. Angel Reese is, let's face it, in a difficult situation. Her podcast debut didn't go as expected, but the fans are revved up. The truth is that sometimes you have to reach your lowest point before you can rise above it. And this could be Angel's big chance to shine. How then is she going to right this ship? She must first and foremost confront those fan concerns. Put an end to skirting the problem. Angel must demonstrate that she is committed to both her game and her career. That means working harder on the court, even if it means spending less time in Paris and its glamour. There's more to this tale, though. Angel's podcast can be her covert tool for gaining the respect of her audience. What if she revealed to the public a behind-the-scenes glimpse at her training through Unapologetically Angel? She may show her admirers that she's working harder than ever by sharing her challenges and victories. People, it's all about being transparent. Let's discuss the guest list now. Angel has a fantastic chance to invite some big names to her show. Imagine this. The legendary WNBA player Cheryl Swoops shares insight on Angel's show. Or Caitlin Clark, her former opponent who is now a possible ally. These visitors might provide Angel's presentation a lot more legitimacy and aid in winning over skeptic fans. However, it's more important to consider what she does with the platform than who she hires.
And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. Obviously, no better place, no better time than now. I mean, so many people are watching, so I'm excited for what's upcoming.
Ever All-Star game come on an offensive board, leads the WNBA in that category. Well done, rookie.
Angel could go deeply into the difficulties of being a young athlete in the public eye via her podcast. She was able to talk freely about the demands, the expectations, and yes, even the errors. It's an opportunity to interact with fans on a completely new level and reveal her human side. Can a podcast really save her career? Is probably what's on your mind right now. The worst part is that it goes beyond the podcast. It's all about development. For Angel, this entire experience may mark a significant turning point in his career as an athlete and public figure. She has the opportunity to demonstrate perseverance, maturity, and a desire to grow from her mistakes. What would it take for Angel to become successful with her podcast and regain the respect of WNBA fans? Although basic, it's not easy. She must be genuine with her audience, put in the effort, and show up. We're talking about real, unfiltered content that demonstrates her commitment to the game, not your typical glossy Instagram shots. What if Angel addressed the criticism directly in her upcoming podcast episode? "I hear you, fans," she would say. "I'm prepared to prove myself both on and off the court, but I realize I still have work to do. Rebuilding trust could be much aided by that level of honesty. Remember, nevertheless, that deeds speak louder than words." Angel must demonstrate her talk with outstanding on-court performances. She will be able to demonstrate to her supporters that she can manage both worlds if she can manage her podcast obligations and better play. There won't be an easy road to redemption. Angel will always be the target of scrutiny. Critics will quickly point the finger at her off-court activities after just one poor game. Her sports career might suffer after one contentious podcast episode. She has to walk a tightrope, but if she succeeds, she will emerge stronger than before.